welcome back. Today I'm going to show you a short young sequence. I'm gonna travel all day today here in Bali, sitting in the car for a couple of hours. So I just want to move my body before we get into the car. So in this two videos in the yin sequence that I added before, and this one, you don't see me guiding you into meditation or anything else, no pranayama. I will do that later when I have my good camera and my microphone and everything. So this is just like a short yoga exercise to do something with your body, either like when you travel or before you go and travel. So we're going to start really easy on hands and knees and all fours. So we call this marauding bear. You might know it as cat-cow, just the arching and the rounding of the spine. And what we call marauding bear is adding more movements to that. Like you can make big circles with your spine. Any kind of movement that feels good to wake up the spine, the shoulder joints and the hip joints. So you can make a little sound if you want to. And you can twist. Just anything to move your body. And then from there, I like to go into what I call slithering cobra. So you just come into your cobra position, into a low cobra, or maybe a high cobra, and then you're going to move your shoulders and your thoracic spine. You can just turn around a little bit, just to wake up the upper part of your body. Just anything that feels nice to move. And then from your cobra, you're going into your dog, and then you can walk your dog just a couple of times, bending and stretching, and bending and stretching. And what is nice, if you bring your knees more in and out, you can add your hips and your low back to it as well. And sometimes I just like to bend and stretch my legs at the same time, like I'm skiing. Or you can stretch your legs and then roll a little bit more over to the right, just to stretch the oblique area, and then to the left. Doesn't really matter what you do, as long as you just move your body. And then from here, you're coming into a full downward facing dog. And on your inhalation, lift your right leg up. Just stretch your right leg up. And then stepping your right foot to the front of the mat. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. Just a couple of deep in and exhalations. And then we're going to change sides, stepping your left foot to the front of the mat, and then stepping your right foot back. So make sure that your back leg is stretched, your front knee is bent, and you just stay here. And you know, like, yoga is not a static practice, so you can just move your body if you want. You can just move and breathe. back to your downward facing dog. And then from downward facing dog, again I lift my right leg up, stepping my right foot to the front of the mat. And then on my next inhalation, coming into a high lunge. And exhale, bringing my left knee in the direction of the earth. And then stretching both legs. Left knee down. And stretching both legs again. Left knee down. And stretch, 2 to go. Left knee down. And stretch. And left knee down. And stretch. Then I bend my right knee, hands to the earth, stepping back to a plank, come parallel down to the earth, upward facing dog, and back to my downward facing dog. Then I lift my left leg up, stepping my left foot to the front of the mat, doing exactly the same thing. Inhale, arms up into a high lunge, and then exhale, right knee down to the earth, and then stretch. Right knee down, and stretch. Right knee down, and stretch. 2 more times. Right knee down, and stretch. And right knee down, and stretch. Bending only my left knee, hands to the earth, stepping back to a low push-up, upward facing dog, and back to your downward facing dog. Now we're going to work a little bit on the upper body, coming into a high plank position, doing 5 push-ups. 1, you can bring your knees to the earth if you want to. 2, 3, 4, and 1 more to go. 5. Low push-up, upward dog, and back to your downward facing dog. And just breathe in downward facing dog. So now I want to work on the hamstrings a little bit. So I lift my right leg up, stepping my right foot to the front of the mat, coming into a pyramid pose. Inhale and exhale back. So now I'm relaxing the muscle. I'm stretching it with an inhalation and I bend. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. So I'm stretching to the fullest. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Hands to the earth. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. And back to my downward facing dog. Doing the other side. Left leg up. Left foot to the front of the mat. Stretching the front leg. Inhale. And exhale back. Inhale, stretch. And exhale back. Inhale, stretch. And bend. Stretch. And bend. 1 more time. Stretch. And bend. Hands back to the earth. Stepping back to a low push-up. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. And you can skip all the chaturangas and upward dogs. You can go straight into downward facing dog if you want to. Now you bend your knees, you look at your hands, you step or you jump to the front. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, fold. On your next inhalation, coming up with a straight spine. And exhale, hands in front of your heart or next to your body. So we're going to do a couple of squats. So I'm going to widen my legs a little bit, turning my feet a little bit out, and just doing a regular deep squat. So bending down, and up 1, and down, and up 2. Down, 3, 4, I'm going to do 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more to go, and 10. Feet a little bit closer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, step or jump back to a plank. Come all the way down to Chaturanga, upward dog. And back to your good old downward facing dog. So we're going to twist and move a little bit. Right leg up, right foot to the front of your mat. And then you open into a twisted dragon and hand down. Inhale, open into a twisted dragon and hand down. 3 more to go. Inhale, open and down. Open and down. 1 more. Inhale, open, hand down. Either back to downward facing dog or Chaturanga, up dog. And back to your downward facing dog. Getting ready for the other side. Left leg to the front. Right hand stays down. And I turn my right fingers a little bit out. That's nicer for my shoulder. Open. But for you it could be different. So just find the best position for your hands and your feet. 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. 5. So this is the end of my rhythmic repetitions. I'm just going to do 2 static poses. Lifting my right leg up. Right foot to the front of the mat, left heel down, inhale coming up to warrior number 2, then stretching my front leg, coming into a good old triangle pose. So you can place your hand wherever you need to. Just a couple of breaths. Hand back, and then doing the other side. So now it's the left side, right heel down, and I'm just gonna get straight into the pose. So you can come to warrior 2 if you want to, or you can come straight into the pose if you already know what you're doing. Hand back to the earth, stepping back to a plank, up dog, and back to your downward facing dog. So the next pose is a quad stretch. Right leg up, right foot to the front of your mat, left heel down. So it's a sort of funky stretch. So I place my left hand more on the outside of my mat, bending my right knee, moving my right foot inwards. So there's a little bit different things in this pose. The focus is a quad stretch on my left side, but I can turn this into a twist like this and into a back bend like this. So I can turn this into many more poses, but the focus is the quadricep stretch on the left side. And then slowly changing sides. So I'm going straight into downward facing dog here. And I'm doing the other side. slowly getting back to your dog or chaturanga dandasana. And I figured I might just as well add a back bend for the road. So right leg up, bending the right knee, opening the right hip, and just breathe here for a moment, coming into wild thing. So this is an asymmetrical back bend. You can turn it into a more symmetrical back bend if you're going into full Urdhva from here, but I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go back straight into a three-legged dragon, and then doing the other side. Slowly coming out, three-legged dragon, and hands back. So you can come into a child's pose from here and just rest for a moment. Or you can come straight into pentacle or shavasana just for a couple of breaths. It's a very short practice that we did just to get my body moving for getting into the car. So you can extend this, you can make it longer. Like I like to do rhythmical repetitions just to build up some muscle there. And again, you can repeat that. Maybe it's nice to repeat the whole set 3 times. So you can stay as long as you want to into Shavasana, or you cannot do it at all, just using this practice as a way of going. So I will post new videos when I'm back in Amsterdam. I'm currently still in Bali, and the quality of that films will be better. I promise you. Thank you for watching.